3,000 subscribers. Sacred Blue, I hear you cry. But worry not, O gentle viewer, for I have made stickers. I have made Happy Hodgies, I have made Airgun Tuna stickers, and I have collaborated with a handsome young gent to bring you something wonderful. A fart. You're gonna love it, I promise you. It's gonna be great. But you're gonna have to watch all the way to the end of this video and then find out how you may come across these wonderful things. Let us begin. Apologies for my recent hiatus. I got sick. I got some sort of corona Ebola thing going on for a while, but I survived. Knocked me around for about a week. Actually took some time off work, which very rarely ever happens. But yes, slept it off for a couple of days and then it hung around for probably another week or so. And yeah, once I sort of kicked that, I ended up having to commit some time to some family stuff. Some mother-in-law come up and we went to the botanical gardens up in Mullaney. It was lovely. We went and took photos and did wonderful things, and then after we toured the gardens we went and had a look at the bird sanctuary. The bird sanctuary is like full of all these exotic rescued birds that have come from either like deceased estates or their rescue animals or whatever. They've been hit by cars and stuff like that and have been brought back to life, and we had a great time there. Made some very close friends between the little Corellas and the macaws and all the wonderful things. They love to come, like they fly down and land on you and love you because it's like the most exciting part of their day. so it works out good for everybody. The birds are all happy and healthy and you get to go and hang out with them and take photos and have a good time. So highly recommended. You should definitely check that out if you're in the area. But we are back on the wagon now, so yay. Very good. Ready to make more videos. Hoping to get some archery content out again soon as well. So keep watching. Don't unsubscribe. I'm still here. So recently I've had some issues with my Side Shot magazine, and that's what we're going to address in today's episode of The Quiet Rifle. Basically, it seems like the spring is losing a round of tension, and it's not moving the actual inner wheel properly. So I sent my magazine back to the distributor and they fixed it, or had a crack at fixing it at least, and then sent it back. But when I got it back, it basically didn't work. It fired the first 5 rounds and moved them in there nicely, but then from round number 6 onwards it was sort of stop-start, and sometimes it would present the pellet probe just with an empty hole, and you'd get like a big loud bang because there's nothing slowing the pellet down. So very annoying, very, very annoying. And then I got a hold of them again and said, hey, it doesn't work. I'll send you this one back and we'll see what we can do. And they said, don't worry about it, hang on to that one, we'll send you a new one. So happy with the customer service, very good. Always good dealing with the boys at Herman's Guns. And yeah, so there's a new one in the mail. But in the meantime, I got a wonderful delivery from my main man Darko over in Croatia. He sent me 3 single shot loaders and 1 .25 caliber magazine, along with some stickers and some other wonderful gear. And we're going to have a play with that today and see how that goes. It seems like the design that Darko uses is, it doesn't hold quite as many rounds, but it is considerably more reliable. So that's really what I'm interested in. I don't really personally need a super high capacity magazine, so I am more primarily concerned with something that doesn't damage the pellet and feeds me a new pellet every time I need it to. So we'll have a close-up look at the the new design for the Calm magazines and get a hold of it, and it'll be good. Excite. Why wouldn't that be the case? The first time I come down in 3 weeks to actually get some shooting done, and my neighbour on one side is just cracking a whip, so audio is out of the question, and my neighbour on the other side is mowing his lawn right behind the sort of danger area of where I normally shoot, so I guess I'll have to sit and wait. So let's kick things off with the Calm 25 magazine. It has a neat little indexing feature. As you can see, the little orange Baduba there on top. As you spin it around, it clicks in and holds the position, so you can spin it around and you've got access for loading 2 pellets at once. And also in the little window off to the side there, you'll see it tells you how many pellets you've got left in the magazine. It's a very nifty design. Because it doesn't really carry that many, it maxes out at 14 rounds as opposed to the 400 that go in a side shot magazine. The spring doesn't have to move quite so much weight, so that it spins much freer, and it doesn't really damage the pellet skirts either, because it doesn't have to carry any of that extra spring tension to move so many of them around. And when the pellet's in there, it lines it up just wonderfully straight. You don't have any of that offset issues that you get with those FX branded side shot magazines. I've never used a genuine side shot magazine, but the FX one that I've got here seems like it's just not quite lined up properly, and it sort of gives you a little bit of a nick here and there. But yeah, I haven't had any accuracy issues with it, just reliability and feeding issues. So yes, hopefully the new one doesn't have those issues, but we'll see. In a future episode, I think I'll try and modify this one in whatever way I can to get it working, and we'll see how we go. So for those of you who are out of warranty and your magazine fails, hopefully we'll be able to find a solution. Right, let's have a quick looky-loo. So this is 5 rounds. 5 rounds in a fingernail, maybe just a little bit more than a fingernail. Only shooting at 25 meters, I'm on low power today, so yeah. But that is about the same as what I was getting with the side shot magazine. So no loss in accuracy, not detectable, especially not at 25 meters. And of course the best part, no misfeeds. So good, good. All right, that's 10 rounds. 10 rounds in a fingertip. A little bit of vertical stringing. I need to get a bit more practice in, I think. I'm just getting warmed up and my groups are sucking a little bit less each time I shoot, but unfortunately this isn't really like archery. I shoot my bow every day, but I don't shoot my guns every day, so maybe I should figure something out for that. But yeah, blowing out the cobwebs, getting better and better, but yeah, Good, 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 good. Happy with that. We're getting full magazines through and no stoppages, so happy with that. Now for something a little bit different. I'm going to run my my single caliber, single shot loader. You may wonder why you would want that. In my country, in Australia, you have to load single shots only on some ranges, and it's a pain in the patootie because the impact doesn't come with a single shot tray or anything like that, so you have to find an aftermarket solution, if you will, and this is by far the best solution. So the original and the best. So yes, highly recommended, but let's chuck it in there and see how she groups. Dropped that one. Not happy about that. Well, at least it's all in one big hole now. Right, so there we are. It's a nice hole in the middle, about a fingertip again. You can see the difference between this group here, and this group here. What do you see there? So we've got the other two groups, this group and this group, were shot with the magazine, and when you shoot with a magazine, a rotary magazine in particular, this is what you get. You get the ever so slightest change in your point of impact. So you can see that these two are both ever so slightly right of center. Obviously you can just adjust your scope and you know, get rid of that. But here, if you look through my single shot, look at that. It is absolutely perfect dead center. So with no extra pressure on that pellet probe, pushing it by that spring that's trying to move the pellet around in the magazine, you can get a different point of impact. So personally, in my mind, it doesn't really make any difference to me, but the single shot loader has the greatest potential for the greatest possible accuracy. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about single shot loaders. So there are other options in the single shot loader world for the FX Impact, but quite frankly, I'm not interested in them. This is the one, in my opinion. It fits in there real nice, and inside the actual place where you put your round, there's a little band in there that secures it. So even if you move your gun around and tilt it, or you've got it on a steep bipod angle or something like that, your pellet won't fall out if you push it in. So it's good. I like it. Let's have a looky-loo at the multi-caliber single shot loader. So this is probably the good option for those of you who aren't idiots like me and won't lose the inserts, but also have more than one caliber, because you get all four of your little caliber inserts in there. So 0.17, 22, 25 and 30. And I'm guessing when the 9mm barrel, if the 9mm barrel ever shows its face, I'm sure that we'll be able to get a 9mm in there. But basically all you have to do is pick your caliber, so 25 cal, and insert it into your little hole there like that. Just clicks in, and when you want to get it out, they fit pretty tight, so use an Allen key or something to press it out. Like that. You can see she's popping out. There we go. Change to your 30 cal. Brilliant. And this fits nicely inside a inside your cleaning kit or inside your range box, wherever you want to put it. Slide it under the foam in your hard case, and Robert's your father's brother. Great. Very good. Personally, I think I'm going to keep running with the single caliber single shot loaders, just in case. forgot to mention, the inserts inside the multi-caliber one, they don't have the O-ring, the little pellet retention O-ring in there, so they do fit quite nicely in there and they're pretty snug, so they don't just wander off on you, but it's not quite as secure as the single caliber, single shot loader, so wonderful. Look at how wonderful that looks. I finally got around to getting a sunshade for the old Schmidt & Bender. Annoyingly enough, even though you have to spend like over $3 on it, it doesn't come with a sunshade, and they're really hard to find in this country. Apparently nobody's got them for sale, nobody's got them in stock, so I had to get that one from BHP Photo Video or whatever it is, and it came shipped, so it ended up costing me like in excess of $100, which is kind of silly, but yeah, when you're shooting into direct sunlight towards the end of the day, it's a lifesaver. Look at it though. Isn't it just so good? Who wants to see Schmidt & Bender versus Element Optics? I know I sure do. So tell someone to make that video, or get onto Matt Dubber and spam him until he sends me a Titan, and then we'll run them side by side with the RX100 scope cam. See how they go. So that was a full mag, 14 rounds, pretty quick. Probably could have gone a little bit quicker, but I was shooting as quick as I could accurately get it to land where I wanted it, so let's have a gaze. Here we are. I can fit my finger through it. They're all together, but it's a little bit bigger than a fingertip. Good times. The shadows grow long, the mosquitoes grow very thirsty. It's time to get off the range. I'm out of here. Right, so there you have it. An option if you are having trouble with your side shot magazines, you can always go for a Calm magazine and see how that goes for you. Lower capacity, but very reliable, very affordable, and nice and simple too. Lots of good little functionality things in there that don't really add any complexity to it, like the little windows where you can load two pellets at the same time, and you've got your little number indicator there, so you're not missing out on knowing how many pellets you've got left. So yeah, happy with that. Pretty reliable too, didn't have any issues running it hard and fast, so I'm a happy chappy, very good. I think in the future I'll probably buy a couple more if I ever need that extra capacity for competition or anything like that. It would be nice to have a few side shot magazines to see what the actual failure rate is on them, but you know, at the moment, for me at least, it doesn't really matter. And it's also nice to know that those single shot loaders sort of add an extra layer of precision by removing that variable of the spring tension. So if you are into shooting super tiny groups, hit him up, calm-magazine.com, and order whatever it is that you want. So very good. Let's talk about farts. The fart is a Foster Action removal transitioner. So it's hilariously named so that you don't forget it. But yeah, very, very handy little device. As you've seen before, I struggle to get my impact Foster fitting on when I'm charging up the impact. And it's basically a little thing that clips over the last ring of the FX branded Foster fitting, and it will make actuating that Foster retraction action much easier. So very cheap, very easy to fit, very easy to make, and yeah, very handy to have. So I will include his details down the bottom if you want one. But I digress. If you have made it this far, you have made it to the free stuff. I have got lots of farts and lots of stickers, and if you want them, send me a message on Instagram or on Facebook, preferably Instagram. Facebook is just, I don't like Facebook, but if you do, send a thing to me on Facebook. Share the videos around, tell your mates, spam people that you know that have stuff that you want reviewed. Tell them about me and tell them that you want me to make videos on their stuff, and you never know, you might actually get to see them. It's surprising how much that sort of grassroots word of mouth type stuff helps a channel like this one grow. So if you're into that, share it around, and yeah, you might get some free stuff. So yeah, we've got little farts to put on your Foster fittings, make life a bit easier for you, and stickers to whack on your toolbox, on your hard case, on your Mrs. Bum, anywhere you want. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking my videos and telling your mates and sharing this stuff on the forums and all that jazz. I appreciate it. It does take a little bit of effort on my part, but I'd be nothing without my viewers. So thank you. Love you, bye.